Next one, don't feel like you have to. I am going to be sharing with you the top 10 things that you should not do with your puppy. Before we jump into this video, there's one critical thing that you need to hear, and that is if you have done or are doing any of the things that I am about to share with you, it's okay. You're not a bad person. As long as you commit to do better and you're watching this video in hopes of being the best damn dog parent that you can, then it's okay. We all make mistakes as humans. This is not a shame on you for doing that. This is just a, hey, here are some things that I really would never do with a puppy, and I don't think you should either. So let's jump into this video right meow. This is my sweet foster puppy, Maisie. She's only about 6-7 months old. And if you're watching this video, it's likely you're wanting to make sure that you set your dog up for success, but you're worried. You're worried about, am I gonna make mistakes? Am I gonna fail them? And so Maisie here is gonna help me share with you guys, again, the top things that I recommend you don't do. And the first thing on that list is, Maisie, what is something I would never do with a brand new puppy that I brought home? That is taking them to a dog park, even those organized, here in Austin, we have these organized puppy play groups. I would never recommend to take your dog to an organized play group that was not, hear me out, that was not hosted by a positive reinforcement dog trainer or somebody who's extremely experienced with dog behavior. And here's why. Puppies of any age are extremely impressionable. And guess where they learn good behavior and not so good behavior? From other dogs, of course. So if you could imagine you have a park or a room full of untrained puppies who still haven't quite learned the right or wrong way to go about things, and they're all in a room and they're playing and they're not necessarily getting the right and appropriate cues, what do you think they're gonna learn? They're gonna potentially, not always, but they're gonna potentially learn poor behaviors. And puppies, this is a really important time where you're molding and shaping the dog that they're gonna grow up to be. The next thing I would never do with a puppy is reinforce and reward behaviors that are cute today while they're small and cuddly, but really annoying or potentially dangerous when they get older. Here's a good example. Allowing your puppy on the furniture. I know, I'm a hypocrite. You see guys, I'm human. Now, if you guys aren't following me, we have a twin mattress in the living room because we just sold our couch. But regardless, if you don't think that you're gonna want your Great Dane, who's eventually gonna be 150 pounds, to be on your couch, don't let them start today. Another big example of that is jumping up. Oh, you're so cute, puppy. That is just an example of what not to allow your puppy to do. Because when they're tiny and they jump up on your shin or your knee, it's really kind of cute, not when they get older. So don't reward and positively reinforce that behavior. Now, on this next one, please don't get defensive, hear me out. But this next thing is something that many of you have probably given your puppy, and it's something I would never give my puppy, but that thing is, or are rather, I don't have one here to show you, but are rawhides, like rawhide chew bones, or any of those chicken jerky treats. And the reason I would never give rawhides to a puppy is really just two simple, very clear reasons. One, they're unsafe. Two, they are unhealthy. So what do I mean by unsafe? They have been proven to be incredible choking hazards. A simple Google search will show you that. Two, they're incredibly unhealthy. And what I mean by that is just the way that they're manufactured. I mean, if you guys go research that, it's pretty mind-blowing, and it's pretty nasty, to be honest with you. They use glue, and they have had studies that have found toxic ingredients or chemicals in these rawhide bones, from lead, formaldehyde, arsenic, and none of these things are things that our dogs would want, yet they're mass produced, which is just mind blown. So this is, again, why I always recommend to shop locally and shop at independent pet stores, because it's much more likely you're not gonna find treats like these at stores that are really health forward, health conscious, holistic. And for chicken jerky treats, I mean, you'd have to be living under a rock not to have seen multiple news studies about dogs dying or getting severely ill from eating these commercially sold chicken jerky treats. It's one thing to make it yourself, but when you're buying it from a big pet food, large pet store, I would never, ever take the risk for a puppy. Now, this next thing that I am also guilty of doing, again, 10 years ago when Bentley was a puppy, but I don't recommend it today because I've learned from that is encouraging a lot of wrestle or rough play between you and your puppy, or even your puppy and another dog. And maybe this is a personal preference, but I never want to encourage a puppy to ever put their mouth on me. Even if it's a fun play bite, it doesn't matter. I never want my puppy to feel comfortable or okay with putting their mouth on or around me, even if it's in a playful way, because one day when they're older and then they're 50 pounds or they're 60 pounds and they want to play with you the same way that they did when they were 15 pounds, somebody could accidentally get hurt, and it's just not worth it. So the really rough housing play, again, I did this with Bentley. You know, we would kind of get on the floor and wrestle a little bit when he was really small, and you know, he turned out okay, but I learned early on that really wasn't appropriate play. So I don't recommend that you do that with your puppy. Learn from me, guys. Learn from the mistakes that I've made. Next one, don't feel like you have to tiptoe around your puppy. Apologize for that dramatic entrance, but I really wanted that to set in with you guys. A lot of times we see this cute, snuggly puppy and we want to coddle it, and we want to make sure that we're quiet so it gets rest and it doesn't get startled. Here's the thing, I'm not saying you want to go scare your dog. Don't do that. What I'm saying is continue with normal life. Run the vacuum, do the dishes. If your puppy lives in a home where there's different sounds, different smells, some of the sounds are kind of weird, and you don't react to it, meaning you don't coddle them or go, oh, puppy, I'm so sorry, shh, I'm so sorry, don't be scared. But instead, you just go on with your day, act like it's no big deal. Your puppy is gonna be a more well-adjusted dog with less, I can't speak, tendencies to be skittish and nervous, because they're gonna grow up in an environment where different things happen, and that's okay. Now this next one is really important because it has to do with helping them be healthy for their entire life. It is something that society in many ways have shown us to be true when it's not, and that is that allowing your puppy to grow super fast and to be kind of chubby and roly-poly and squeezable is a good and cute thing. And I'm here to tell you that it's not. So I'm not saying that you need to underfeed or that you need a super skinny, really thin puppy. I'm not saying that. The most optimal way for most puppies to grow, especially large breed puppies, is in a slow, controlled manner over time. This isn't a rush to get your puppy as fat and chunky as possible, although I know that's what we're led to believe. It's not the truth, because what can happen is a really fast, rapid, unhealthy growth rate can actually lead to joint issues, hip issues. If you want to know what a healthy weight is for a puppy, you can always work with a holistic or integrative veterinarian. There's also I think it's called a body composition chart that you can go find on the internet. I'll try to find one and link it below so you can kind of see what like a healthy weight puppy looks like. I really hope that on this next one, it's not something you guys would do. I don't recommend that you leave your puppy unsupervised ever with free roaming ability. I mean, obviously if you're crating them, which if you want a crate training video, I have a whole series linked up here and down below. But unless they're crated, I do not recommend that you leave your puppy free to roam, because they can get into so many things. There might be, especially outside. You know, I have a lot of people that they'll let the puppy go outside. Oh, they can go potty out there, and then I'm gonna go get ready for work. The problem is, what if there is a large bird outside, like a hawk that comes down, that happens? What if there's a crack in the fence that you didn't know about, or a loose board? All of these things can happen in seconds. So I recommend to keep your puppy within your eyesight, control the environment so that those kinds of things, those dangerous things, don't happen. And kind of on that note, let's talk a little bit about crate training, and one thing that I don't want you to do. Again, I have crate training tips below, but what I don't want you to do is to only practice crate training when you leave the home. You should be working on crate training, hi sweet girl, throughout the day, in the morning, in the evening, when you're home, when you're not home, when you're in the backyard. That is when you practice it, not just when you have to leave. Small, incremental practice sessions are what's gonna help set your puppy up for success. All right guys, there are 2 more left in my list of things not to do with a puppy. But first, I need a sip of coffee. And by the way, have you subscribed yet? it's really quick. Just click the subscribe button down below, and it really helps our mission to save all the damn rescue dogs. But for these last two, and then I'll get to our comment of the day, I think it's really important to point out the importance of not punishing your puppy. There are a lot of dog trainers and theories out there that say that you need to be the alpha and you need to reprimand them by tapping them on the nose or yelling at them, and that's going to help train them and mold them to be a good dog. And I, quite frankly, do not believe that. In fact, if you do that with your puppy, I believe you're going to do more harm than good by far. So please, for the love of dog, focus on positive reinforcement. If you know me, you already know what this last one's going to be. And if you don't know me, let me tell you. Here's what you don't do with a puppy. You do not feed them kibble. Oh, mic drop, right? Especially if you're new here, you're like, what? Wait, what? Yeah, this video is not about why I believe in whole, raw, fresh food as a diet for dogs of all ages. But if you want to watch videos on that, I have a bunch. You can click the link up here, or you can go to all the links down below, and I will go into all the details that you want to know about the harmful impact of feeding your dog any kibble, regardless of the brand or the quality, and especially for puppies, because puppies, that's when they're doing most of their growth. And this is a really timely comment of the day because I am pulling a comment from a fairly recent video all about dog food tips and what I recommend to feed your dog, which is linked right up here and down below. And the comment is from Pippa's mom, who said, "We just switched to raw, heart emoji. Thank you for your encouraging videos. It helped me take the leap of faith." Thank you so damn much, Pippa's mom. You are flipping incredible, just like everyone else watching this video. And guys, hey, did you know that we have merch as well? I mean, I'm not trying to super promote, or maybe I am, because all of the proceeds of the merch goes to help dogs and cats by supporting Pause for Change. It's a foundation completely dedicated to researching nutrition for pets. So that is linked down below, and I designed it myself. So it would really mean a lot for you to be part of our dog vlog tribe. Oh my gosh, Finn. All right, guys. And I hope that you have a beautiful day. Goodbye.